What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 15 of Real.Raw.Uncut. And I'm with my motherfucking brother, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's been a minute since you've been on here.
It, it has been.
I know, dude. Goddamn.
New set and everything? Okay.
Where the fuck have you been at?
Shit, I haven't received a phone call. Hey, can I have you on my show? So, you know.
Oh,
It
man,
is what
I
it is,
can't
but-
say that. Nah, I try to balance it out with new people.
For sure.
I'm fucking excited, though.
Yeah?
I'm fucking excited. I'm finna grind this next week out. What day is today? Today's the 18th? Some shit like that, yeah. I'm excited because I put a post out today of like, hey, I'm in Houston 2 weeks, bro. So I'm trying to take advantage, you know?
For sure.
I'm like, hey, let's see who the fuck is willing to like come through this week. Dude, the slots for this upcoming week filled up so fucking fast, it's not even funny.
I mean, what do you expect? It's the Real.Raw.Uncut show. You
Bro,
know?
it's crazy. Like, I have a whole like lineup. And I guess for everyone that is watching, and if you're watching and you're one of the people that's scheduled to be this week, I'm not gonna drop it that same day or that same week. I'm gonna be dropping them a week at a time. So, you know, this one we're recording Saturday, I'm gonna drop it for tomorrow. And then when I record Sunday's gonna be for the following week, and so on and so forth. So the last person on the 23rd, theirs isn't gonna be up till like what, next year?
Yeah.
But it helps me out to get ahead of the game. Depending on if I'm back in Houston next year or not, I may start doing what I was doing at one point, which is every Sunday and Wednesday.
For sure.
So 2 a week instead of 1 a week. I'm down to commit to that once I'm back in Houston though. Not right now.
Okay. Okay, I see you, brother.
Oh yeah. But dude, how the fuck have you been though?
I've been good. I mean, I've been going through some shit, but I feel thankful and blessed. I don't take anything like, oh man, why is this happening to me or anything like that. I see it as a learning lesson and everything like that. So, I mean, nonetheless, I woke up another day and that's all I could really ask for, honestly.
I love that. What's your mindset or advice when you're not fully at 100? Anyone that's going through shit, like what's something that you constantly tell yourself daily, or something that you know you tell yourself to get you up and moving on a day to day?
I'd say you're supposed to go through what you're going through. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you can't. I always tell you, I mean, you can't expect a perfect fucking life, 24/7, happy days on it. Not fuck that. Like, you're supposed to have these bad days, and you just gotta go through them, and they're gonna make you ultimately the person you are the next day, or another future version of yourself. So, all the adversity you've gone through, and you know, I've gone through a little bit of my own. It builds you up to that person you are today, and or future versions of yourself. So, I don't question it at all. I just look at it and see what is it teaching me, and going from that. So, there's always a silver lining to every situation.
There you go. Yeah, no, of course, I love that. And not to cut you off or anything, but in case y'all hear any noise in the background, where I have my setting at though, bro, I swear to God, it's in our game room now. Used to be in one of our empty rooms, but I had to move it out to change the scenery up and shit. So it picks up a lot of sound. So if like there's people downstairs or around the house, it may pick it up. So I apologize. If I'm able while I'm editing to like lower and cut that noise out in the back, I will. But I just want to put a little disclaimer because I kind of picked that mistake up on my end on the last video. So I apologize on that end. If y'all hear me screaming, it's my little girl, by the way. She's downstairs doing all this shit right now. But to get on with the episode though, man, there's something that Damien taught me, and it's crazy because it's what is it called? You know how they have
Acronyms.
acronyms? You know, Y. It's like I love you type
Yeah.
shit. Okay, so Damien taught me this badass acronym, right? And it's something that I swear to God I fell in love with because I guess subconsciously over time as I've been growing as a person, I kind of was doing it, but there was no name to what I was doing. And I've been able to pass this acronym on to grown ass men at work. I don't know if I remember me telling you, Like there's this one specific guy that literally wrote it down while I told him, and they
Yeah,
called
you
me
told me.
afterwards like, "Hey man, what does it stand for again? Like I wrote it down, but I can't remember where it was at." Da, da, da. And you care to explain, brother?
Yeah. So I got a little acronym. You want to have a positive one, by the way, and it's PAM. P-A-M. P is for perspective, A is for approach, and M is for mindset/mentality. And obviously, you want to carry a great PAM. It's like your best friend, a positive one. And in life, you want to have a great perspective, multiple perspectives, see it in not just only your shoe, but other individuals' shoes or any third person view. That's very important for understanding. I'm a victim of that. Sometimes I lack understanding. I'm quick to maybe reply or react, but ultimately, as I gotten older, and it's still something I'm working on. Looking at other people's perspective, that's very important. And moving on to A for approach, you could have great intentions, but your approach might be terrible, where it might come off as your intentions may be wrong or they're questioned. So your approach is very, very pivotal. Make sure you're coming in with open arms and that you are making it clear, yeah, I'm here with good intentions. And then mindset and mentality. I mean, the mind is so fucking powerful. So, I mean, you want to have a great mentality, great mindset, and build it up by reading, be more knowledgeable, go through shit, hear people go through shit, become more wise in people's experiences and shit like that, and carry yourself in a good manner. So,
For sure. And for everyone watching, I think Damien did something that a lot of people can't do or won't accept, which is admit certain things about themselves. So when he was talking about perspective, he mentioned how he's quick to jump the gun on certain things. Like if someone's trying to advise him or tell him something, he's just quick to rebuttal without really listening to the person, right?
for sure.
And then for me, being a man and owning up to my shit, I think out of P.A.M, the one that I slack on the most for sure is approach. And the best way I can explain it for anyone that's played sports in the past, right? My approach probably doesn't come off the best to certain people because of the aggression or just the way I come off. But at the end of the day, I always have the best intentions, right?
For sure.
So it's like for anyone that's played sports, if you have a coach, coaches aren't nice. They're gonna fucking yell at you. They're gonna bitch at you. Like if you're running, right, and you start slowing down and be like, man, what the fuck are you doing? Ain't no time to rest. Like, and they're talking to you all fucked up, but it's not because they're trying to be mean. They're approaching it in that way because they want the best for you. They're trying to push you to a whole different level, and that's the type of approaches that I come off with a lot of times. I'm obviously trying to work on it because I know a lot of people nowadays, no offense or jab to nobody, but most people, especially our age, I will say grown folks are like this too, because a man's pride is the most fragile thing in the world, but a lot of just individuals, especially our age, they're so sensitive nowadays, so you come at them a certain way, even if you have good intentions, they're gonna get all butthurt, all sensitive and take it the wrong way, when it's not meant to be that way. But at least for me, I grew up so differently to where I knew nothing but tough love. So that's what I knew and what I was raised on. So that's what I learned to give to others. I always have nothing but pure intentions for the individual, but my approach always comes off of tough love. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, but again, it's something that I'm trying to work on. I guess just trying to readjust due to knowing that other people get offended or get all butthurt and shit because of the way I come off. But it is what it is though, man. At least at the end of the day, I know that in my heart, I'm coming with nothing but pure intentions though.
Absolutely.
For sure. But I guess anyone watching though, man, when it comes to P.A.M, if it's one of those, this is one of those things, right, where if you don't practice and apply this to your daily life, then you guys watching this podcast to try and get something out of it, something positive out of it, it's not gonna be beneficial to you. So anything you learn in life, you gotta let your mind be a sponge. You gotta soak it in, absorb it, but then apply it as well.
Facts.
So if you don't apply this, then it's not gonna be to any use of you, and you're gonna be like, oh, I don't fuck Pam, like Pam ain't shit, like that. But realistically, like I just learned this recently, but I like to consider myself now a conscious nigga. So
Okay.
a 5%er. For those that don't know, those who know what 5%ers are. I just learned this like recently too. But I like to consider myself a conscious nigga. So when I learn something like Pam and I fall in love with it because it's amazing to apply to my life, I'm gonna really practice and apply it and really try and live by that. Not like most people that just kind of hear it and just like, whatever about it.
For sure.
But you want to give any examples on you whenever either use P.A.M or you realize like, fuck, I should have used P.A.M in this scenario? Because I got one in mind if you don't.
Oh man, I feel like I'm not the best at examples or explaining myself, but I mean, P.A.M is to be utilized every fucking day. I say, like every fucking day. Anytime you hear somebody speak, listen up, and that goes for myself too. Like, I'm not gonna make it seem like I apply this all the time. No, the fuck I don't. It's something I created, yes, but like, you know, it applies for me too. Sometimes I don't follow it or it just doesn't register that quickly to my head to utilize P.A.M, but I feel like you're really great at storytelling, so I want you to come with an example.
Okay,
But
I got you. Okay, so something happened, was it yesterday? It's Friday, right?
Yesterday
was Friday. Okay, so those who don't know, I've been working out of San Antonio recently. And obviously when I go out of town, I'm in a hotel. I've been staying at this specific hotel for the last month. So every week that I go out there, I go to the same hotel. Something fucked up recently happened in my life and definitely took an L. I had to take it on the chin like a man, but it is what it is. Long story short, I walk out Friday morning to my truck and I noticed that my truck got broken into, window got busted, and they stole a bunch of my personal belongings. I will say I definitely applied P.A.M to this specific scenario because I've always tried to preach that life is all about perspective. It's how you view things. Yes. So my first instinct when I saw my truck got broken into, I didn't panic or anything. It's just like, okay, fuck. Really the first thing was like, shit, I've never been in a situation. What do? Do I call the cops? So I took pictures, I sent it to my boss. I was like, hey man, I'm not going into work today. This and this happened. I was like, question though, man, do I gotta file a police report? He's like, well, first thing, he's like, yeah, call the cops, let them know what happened, go inside the hotel and see if they got any video footage in that direction, any cameras pointed. And so I called the cops, let them know what happened, went inside. The hotel was to no use because they didn't have no fucking cameras that way. So then, how do I approach the situation, right? I try to approach it in a positive manner. So I sit there and I'm like, because they stole my gun, they stole a bunch of Christmas gifts that I had bought, and a few other belongings. So it's like, okay, how do I approach this? Do I freak out and like, oh my God, I just got, robbed and I'm lost all this money, this and that and for like, or do I approach it and it's like, my mindset is where the mentality comes to.
For sure.
My approach and mentality in this one kind of went hand in hand together, right? Because my mindset in this situation was, okay, everything that got taken was materialistic.
Facts.
The window that got broken can be fixed. My gun can be replaced. All those gifts that I bought can all be replaced too. So then that helped me with my approach. It's like, you know what? I'm safe. They didn't steal my truck. It still runs. I can make it home back home safe to my daughter. So I'm chilling. Just let the cops do what they do. Make sure more than anything my gun Get reports, that it got stolen. Gave them my serial number in case someone wants to act up and use the blicky, and do something foul with it. But at least it won't come back to, back to me.
Yeah.
So it was tough, bro, because again, it's about perspective more than anything. I really fucked up, and this is why I always say, like, I'm a very conscious nigga. I realize that I can't even be mad, even if I wanted to, at anybody but myself, because I genuinely fucked up. And before I explain why I did this, I have to give you the backstory real quick. But my little girl, we have our Christmas tree. It's been up for like 2-3 weeks now, some shit like that. Been up for a minute. But there's no gifts underneath yet, and Christmas is like a few days away.
Yeah.
So she's been asking like, "Hey Dad, why is there no gifts under the tree? Why is it empty? This and that." So I was like, no, hell no. But I was like, okay. I know Friday I was gonna drive back. I was gonna be tired.
Yeah.
Saturday I had plans to do something, and then Sunday I had plans to do something. So I was like, fuck, I'm not really gonna have time. So I was like, let me get ahead of the game. So Thursday night I went and bought shit, and so I had a bunch of bags. My dumbass leaves them in the back seat. First rookie mistake, especially at this time of the year. But again, it's my fault because I left them there because I'm thinking like, I got back to the hotel around like 7:38. I'm leaving around like 8 in the morning. I'm gonna see my truck pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm always here anyways. It's a nice area in San Antonio. Wrong. They stole my fucking gifts and my gun. But again, I blame myself because, not to say that they wouldn't have still broken into my truck, but it would have been less likely if I didn't have those gifts back there.
For sure.
I should have just took them all upstairs to the room with me. But because I was being lazy and I was like, I don't want to take them up. Yeah.
Come on.
All that comfortable shit. I was like, I don't want to take them up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have to bring everything down in the morning. My luggage, my other bag, my backpack. So I was like, fuck that. I'd rather just, leave them in here. Backfired.
Yeah.
I took the L on that shit. But shout out to my nigga John, dog. I know he watches these hoes, so shout out to my nigga. That's my kinfolk right there. He said something that most people, I guess, wouldn't really see in that situation. But he was one of the first people I called. Aside from my boss, he was the second person I called. I showed him I sent him pictures of what happened. And we just started joking about it. Like literally like 5-10 minutes after I seen my truck like that, I was in a good high spirits and just joking and laughing about it. Like it sucked, but again, I can't sit there and just dwell over it because what am I gonna do by getting angry? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not gonna change. It's not gonna bring back the gifts. It's not gonna bring back my gun. It's not gonna fix the window. So it's like, fuck it, might as well just make a joke about it. And our joke was like, yeah, they stole the gifts and my gun, but they ain't steal my pride though. So,
sure. And it goes back to, again, perspective and mentality. I mean, if you really think about it, there's no benefits to being angry or anything like that. If anything, it's more damaging. And you put yourself in a situation where now you're just, I'm not saying you see red, but it's just like, you could turn that, now your day's fucked up, but you could just turn that switch and say, you know what, I'm still here. This is just materialistic shit. And some people fail to realize that, which again, we're all not perfect. It might happen to the best of us, like us, where
for sure
it might happen, but once you get older and once you build those experiences, you slowly realize, oh yeah, okay, all I gotta do is replace the window, rebuy the gifts.
Which I did both already.
Yeah, and
Saturday the next day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, jokes on them, because everything that they did and took is thanks to them, there's blessing up to be able the very next day take care of all that shit and act like it didn't happen.
For sure.
But whoever did it, I've always said, dude, whatever energy you put out, you get right back. And it may not be, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, but sooner or later, whatever they did to me, they're gonna get it back, but worse. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even feel bad for people like that. I know that there's good people and there's bad people out in this world, and anything that happens to bad people, they get what gets coming to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways. Like, if you're in need of shit, there's different ways to go about it. I did all that breaking into cars, houses, and all that dumb shit at a young age. Like, you get nothing from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I do want to say something about that. Not to mention.
no, you could.
There's a little off topic. Something you said, and I want to make this clear for anybody who sometimes may feel this way. And I've corrected my brother a couple times. You sometimes feel like, man, I'm a bad person, and I always correct you. Nah, you're a great person that occasionally makes bad decisions, and I just want to let people know that you could still be a great individual who make poor decisions or a bad decision, but don't let that allow you to see yourself negatively and say, no, I'm a bad person, or don't let that determine the person you are. I feel like easily you could, myself included, kind of carry a bad image of yourself, even whether you care about what people think or not. I mean, don't talk down on yourself. Like, sometimes we make mistakes, and I always like to tell you, you're a great, great, great person. But, occasionally you might make a bad mistake, and that's okay, because, again, like I said earlier, we're not perfect. We can't have a good day 24/7. We're gonna make mistakes, and that's that, and we're done for that. So
For sure, no, I really appreciate all the kind words, bro. Yeah, I'm super hard on myself, and I don't ever let off. Like, it's rare when I let off, and I guess pat myself on the back type shit.
for sure.
And when I fuck up, I'm like, man, or I do something wrong, I beat myself up afterwards. But yeah, Damon's definitely instilled that into me, like that mindset of, dude, you're a good person. Just from time to time you make bad mistakes, and I've come to accept that. Like, yeah, he's right. I'm not a bad person, but I do from time to time make some decisions or shit that I shouldn't make, or whatever the case may be. And
For sure.
I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be perfect. I got my flaws, but all those flaws, at the end of the day, I don't feel bad for none of them, because it just helps mold me and help me to continue being a better person, keep growing in life and maturing more, and just become wiser overall.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
And with all that being said, I like that you brought that up. I actually brought something, so I was gonna take like 5 minutes of the fame real quick.
Yeah.
I made a post on my Snapchat. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, go ahead and follow me. It's el.jefe832. So make sure you follow me on Snap, because I post a lot of shit on there. But anyways, we recently had a Christmas event at work, like a Christmas party. And I've been with the company, like 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I started at like the lower rankings there, and I've worked my way up. Hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears got put into my early years there that helped me get to where I'm at now. And this year they did something special. It felt like the Oscars or like the Grammys. They started giving out awards and shit. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty player, like the shit that they gave out. And I actually ended up winning an award. And I appreciate it. But to most people, they're like, who the fuck cares about an award? Like, it's just whatever. But no, this one actually meant a lot to me, and I'm gonna explain it real quick. But the vice president of the company, I've known him since I started, and he's the one that gave me an opportunity from being a warehouse employee to becoming a project manager. Like, he gave me that opportunity, and he really helped me from the beginning, like training me up like they've never trained nobody else, because he saw something in me, and I never disappointed him to this day. It's been 2 years of me as a project manager. I went from entry level, and within 2 years climbed up all the way to be a Houston regional manager, which to me is insane. Like, I never thought I would be here ever in my life, especially at this age of my life. I know grown men that desire and want so bad to be in this kind of position in their company.
For sure.
They'll be there for years and shit, and they're like in their 30s, 40s, and I'm able to have been put in a great spot. Obviously, I gotta tip my hat off to the man upstairs for blessing me I gotta give my props to the VP. Shout out my guy James for giving me the opportunity he gave me, because I took it and I ran with it. Never once did I fumble it, you know. And when he presented the award, it was pretty cool because, you know, he took the mic and he started choking up. He was emotional. He's like, I ain't gonna recreate it because I don't want, if he watches it, I don't want him to think like I'm trying to like clown him and think, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But he choked up. He's like, you know, this award is award for someone who always takes initiative, and you know they're always willing to go out of their way. They go above and beyond. And he's like, I met this kid since he was in the warehouse, and that's all he was a kid. And then he started choking up, and everyone was like, oh. And I already knew who he was talking about, and everyone just started like, you know, chanting my name and shit. So I walked up, and I grabbed the award. I didn't even let him finish his speech because he was gonna start bawling out.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's pretty player. I even brought it up because I was like, dude, I gotta show it off. Like this was pretty player, dude. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's pretty live, bro. It says the Ace of Initiative Award, and the reason I decided to bring it out on this episode was we're talking about P.A.M, right?
Yes.
Talking about perspective, approach, and mindset. It took a lot for me to get to where I'm at right now in life, and a lot of that took from me to change my perspective on a lot of things, right? I grew up with everyone always doubting me, right? I didn't have the worst childhood, nor did I have the best. You know, I know people who had it way worse than me. Like, mine to theirs ain't shit. It's like if I grew up rich compared to theirs.
For sure.
So, but this is my story. This is how I took it, how I perceive it, and how it affected me, right? And my perspective growing up was always so negative of life. I took the wrong approaches in many situations where certain things would happen, people would say certain things, and I would approach it so wrong. Barking back, getting in fights, screaming matches, like it was stupid shit. My mindset was all fucked up because I didn't have no guidance growing up. So my mentality, mindset was all jacked up. I didn't know anything other than fucking violence back then. Angry shit, negative shit, that's all I knew. So that's how I, you know, translated over to life, was in those kind of manners, was negative. And it took a lot, you know what I'm saying, growing up. It all started when I got, you know, locked up when I was super young. That right there was like the start of me starting to do my 180 shift. It was slow. What sped it up was me having my daughter.
Yeah.
So growing up, everyone saw me, you know, doing what I was doing, hanging with people I was hanging, smoking dope, selling dope, this and that. So everyone has such a bad image of me. Throw in having a kid at 15. You know what I'm saying? They automatically, oh, he's a deadbeat dad, he ain't shit.
Yeah.
It's a kid having a kid. Then you throw in dropping out my sophomore year. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he's for sure gonna be a deadbeat dad. He ain't even got a good job. Like, what is he gonna do? He ain't gonna go to school. Like, everyone in my whole life, bro, has doubted me. My nigga, life was against me growing up, man. And that's how I feel it was. And as I got older, I realized it wasn't really life, but that's how I felt. You know, because I grew up with no dad in the picture. I grew up having to go through a lot of shit on my own. Learning life on my own from a little age. And then you got all these people doubting me. Teachers, my peers, you got family. All these people doubting me that I wasn't gonna be shit in life. And it took a lot, bro. It took me changing my perspective in life, and my approach, and my mindset to get to where I'm at right now.
Most definitely.
I had to change my perspective, because if I kept letting these people, seeing them and how they're talking to me, doubting me, I started to doubt myself. They had that much of an impact in my life. And it sucked, bro, because a lot of times at the beginning, I doubted myself. I didn't think I'd be where I'm at right now. I had to change my approach because all the shit that I was doing at the time wasn't even getting me nowhere but locked up or dead, bro. I had to change my mindset. I have a little girl coming out, right? So it's like anything that I choose to do right now, moving forward, not only is it gonna affect me, it's gonna affect her. So anything that I did from that point moving forward, I had to be very cautious, think of it twice. And I busted my ass. I was working 3 jobs at one point. Dude, barely sleeping. I cut off so many people in my life. Stopped hanging around the people I was hanging around with. And I stopped smoking. Like, it was years that I didn't smoke. Like, I completely did a whole 180, bro. And I got the opportunity to work where I'm at now. And I busted my ass here, and it got me to where I'm at. And the man upstairs has blessed me so much. And I've been able to prove every hater in my life, bro, everyone that's doubted me, I've been able to prove everyone wrong. And the shit makes me emotional, bro. Like, because it's moments like this, bro, I'm the most humble nigga ever, bro. But it's moments like this where I have to stop being so hard on myself. Because like I said earlier, I'm my hardest critic, dude. And I have to just sit back and pat myself on the back. And I've always said I don't want no one to congratulate me. I don't want no one to tell me, oh, good job this, good job that. No, I'm going to tell myself that. Because everyone else doubted me. No one believed in me. I believed in myself, and it took a lot, bro. It took a lot for me to believe in myself. But that's why earlier I said subconsciously I was already kind of practicing applying P.A.M in my life. And it took a lot. And like I said, man, my bad, man. That shit makes me emotional like a motherfucker, bro. And it makes me emotional because it's, in my eyes, amazing and almost surreal to be in this spot. Like, in my eyes, I feel like I'm successful. Only for the fact that I'm happy. I got a beautiful daughter. I got a good job. I have people around me that love and support me. What else can you ask for in life? I'm not filled around fake friends. I got a trash ass job. Like, I got what most people would desire, which is true friends, true family, real love, unbelievable support system, bro. A beautiful daughter, dude. I got everything. Like, I'm blessed in life, bro. And to me, I couldn't be more successful right now. You know what I'm saying? When I mean successful, I'm not even talking about money wise.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the money don't mean shit. And it's crazy, my nigga, but that's why I always tell people, bro, like, use me as an example. If you feel like there's people doubting you, even within your own family, bro, like right now, even though we're in our early 20s, people, like, you want to go to school for something, go to school for it. You want to start your own business, start your own business. Fuck what anyone thinks. Fuck what your mom, dad, your siblings, your best friend, fuck what everyone thinks. Yeah. Believe in yourself, bro. And if you don't believe in yourself, know that I believe in you, bro, because I was that kid that got doubted his whole life, had so many obstacles to overcome, had to look literally death in the face, bro, with all these demons behind him with an army, and defeat all the motherfuckers to get to where I'm at right now. And it was tough, my nigga. It was tough. But I just want to say thank you, bro. Because I definitely do say within the last, like, few years, you've definitely played a huge impact in my life. And a lot of the things that I got today and where I got so far in life and who I'm becoming and shit, I think you, Phoenix, obviously Priscilla, but y'all all played a huge role in my life, bro. Huge role. Y'all are like the best support system I could ever ask for, honestly.
I appreciate it.
For sure. My bad. I said 5 minutes, it took like 15.
No, you
And
good.
then I made it all dramatic for crying. Shit, man, my bad.
No, not dramatic at all.
Hey man, real niggas cry, by the way. Like
Facts.
if anyone here watching it, I'm not even gonna entertain that subject. But all I'm gonna say is real niggas cry, man. If you a corny nigga for saying something, you a corny nigga for saying something in a negative aspect. You corny as shit.
There's another topic we could say for another day, but I guess you could say I'll bring it up slightly, kind of like you said, bro. Mental health is real, even for fucking men too, and I feel like that gets brushed off sometimes. But nonetheless, I want to pick up some of the things you said. Um, Definitely, I think more than just proving the doubters and the haters wrong, but about proving yourself right. I mean,
Yeah.
you knew what you were bringing to the table, and something you said right off the bat that I wanted to elaborate on is opportunity. And I understand that not everybody's religious, but I do want to tie into that a little bit because I am a believer of God, and I know some people who watch this are too as well. But God doesn't just hand you things for those who think you just pray about it and you get it. Nah. Like if you want strength, He won't give you strength. He'll give you the opportunity to gain strength, whether that be through adversity or what have you. And I mean, let's just say you're jobless, you're unemployed. He won't just give you a job. He's gonna give you the opportunity to get a job. Your ass is just gonna have to wake the fuck up, go apply, and you'll get hired or some shit like that. So
For sure.
yes, you were given an opportunity, but you did something about it, opposed to just sitting your ass on the fucking couch or what have you. Which, by the way, I don't want to say there's something wrong with that. Like, again, mental health is serious, but there's a point in time where you do have to get up because ultimately time doesn't pause, it just keeps on going. So you do have to realize, okay, let me wake the fuck up and do something about it. And ultimately you did, you stuck with it, and good shit. I know you thank James a lot for the opportunity, but the opportunity is not presented in itself if you didn't go and try to get that opportunity. He gave you one, but you went and got it because you sought out a job, and good shit. So I think that's very important. And yeah, I was gonna say one other thing, but I mean, right there, my brother, it just goes to show you why not? Why not defeat the odds?
Facts.
I mean, you could do anything literally as long as you put your mind to it. And something I stumbled across about a couple months ago, I don't think I've ever told you, but what's riskier is actually not taking a risk at all. I think people don't realize that. So you could argue by dropping out of school, that was risky, but not taking a risk at all is even riskier, I feel like.
I like that. It's kind of like every shot you don't take is a shot missed.
Yes.
I like that.
I'm a shooter, so I'm always taking my shot. So even if I miss, but nonetheless, like, I mean, you did things in a different way, and nonetheless, you kept on fighting, and look at where you are today. And
For sure.
I mean, life is a roller coaster, so it's okay if you have a step back and shit doesn't go your way, but ultimately that's a learning lesson. You take everything out of it, and now you have just gained experience, and you move forward with it. You move forward with that failure, and I feel like you've done that countless times, and time after time, I mean, all you do is grow and elevate, and it's beautiful to see. Really, I mean, I remember you since first grade, and obviously we had the strongest relationship after first grade, but until you had a baby and shit like that, and I was
No.
I mean, everybody knows my cousin. Which, by the way, I wanted to say something. I gotta say, man, great fucking father. I'm not even being biased at all. Great fucking father. And I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. My cousin, I don't mean to name drop or anything, but she has one motherfucking lucky baby daddy. Like, I know there's a lot of baby daddies out here that are just deadbeat, or they're okay or average, but this dude right here, above average. Like, if you had a baby daddy, this is your guy.
That's
Like,
like your dream baby daddy.
for
No,
real, like,
I appreciate that, bro. That genuinely means a lot.
on some real shit.
Yeah, people don't see that side unless you know me. Like,
Yeah,
you know how my relationship is with my little girl, right? But a lot of people don't see that.
yeah.
They have an idea, I guess, if they follow me on social media, but it's a lot different in person, honestly. Like, we are like literally best friends, but nah, dude. I wanted to touch base on something you said about the opportunity because that's something that at that party I did mention to James. Like, dude, I appreciate everything you've done for me. He's like, nah, dude. He's like, that's all you, man. You're the one that put in the work. You know, you're the one that stayed consistent and this and that. And I was like, yeah, but you know, if you never gave me the opportunity, then there was no work to be put in. He's like, but prior to me giving the opportunity, I saw something in you, and
Yes.
that's why the opportunity arose. So I love that you did, you know, pick up on that because it's funny. You said the exact same thing that you're pretty much talking
Absolutely.
about. So, I do have a question.
Yes.
It's like a question for a question.
Okay.
Because we got like 5 minutes left, but
Okay.
is there anything you want to ask me? Because I feel like you know me very well. Like, first, probably the only person that knows me better than anyone else on this planet breathing right now. And so, just any question. It could be off topic. Anything you want to ask me. Because I feel like it's just something juicy for whoever watches all the way through to hear something at the very end.
Not gonna lie, you kind of like surprised the fuck out of me with that. I do want to say something though. This is
Okay,
completely off topic.
that's fine.
I'm talking about my brother, and I say this humbly speaking, and I speak for my other brother as well, Phoenix, or I should say, I want to talk about him too. All three of us, humbly speaking, I feel like are some rare individuals.
Facts.
And we're just built different. And I just want to say, if you land a nigga like one of us,
That's it.
I just want to say, because like on some real shit, like humbly speaking, I feel like we bring a lot to the table. And I mean, what more can you ask for than a great guy, a great fucking dad? And I mean, yeah, we're not perfect and all, but I feel like we're some rare fucking breeds. So
Yeah, no, I have to highly agree with
so
that.
I gotta say, shoot your DMs and shots at my brother Phoenix. Shoot your shot and DMs at my brother Jeff. Like I say, I'm a shooter, so I mean, you miss all your shots that you don't take. So fucking take your shot, and like I said earlier, I mean, the greatest risk in life is not taking your risk at all.
Facts.
So risk it all with my brother. Risk it all with my brother Jeff. So
Facts. Damn, my nigga clutch with that one. Now, for real though, I will
For
say,
real.
man, I have to emphasize on that, and man, I think that's one of the only things where I can't help but to be like almost cocky with it, honestly.
vocal, yeah.
Because, and I mean, I say it in the most humble way, even though it probably doesn't come out that way, but I'm very humble about it. But dude, yeah, we're like the most rare motherfuckers you can meet. Like, and again, it's not nothing biased, like, because these are my boys or anything. Like, if they were a piece of shit niggas like fuck boys, I'd be like, nah, this nigga's a fuck boy.
Yeah.
Like, I can say like our other brother, like that dude was like a fuck boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had some good qualities in him, but for the most part, he's a fuck boy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't, not say that about you guys. You guys are, really good guys, bro. Y'all are amazing human beings, bro. Like, plus, on top of that, y'all are handsome as fuck, bro.
Nah, shit.
Like, y'all are daddy as shit. So, like, not only are you getting, like, good looks out of a nigga, but you're also getting, like, a good personality, good qualities, a genuine heart, pure intentions, like, fucking mandingos. Like, come on, dog. Like, what else can you ask for?
Look, I do want to say something, and we'll probably save this for another topic, whether I discuss it or some other person, but this notion of, like, oh no, first I want to say I feel like we are slept on, which is okay, but I feel like society in this generation when it comes to dating is so fucking fucked that I guess how we potentially come off, I'll speak for myself. I won't speak necessarily for you guys because I feel like even though we're rare breeds, we carry ourselves differently. in a good way. I may carry myself, I guess you said, the fucking nice guy, and I guess this notion of nice guy finishes last.
Fucking savage though. He's a fucking
That
savage.
could be a little dark, but nonetheless. But what I'm trying to get to, I think it's just so sad how I look at society as far as dating. It's like, damn, like, bro, loyalty is so difficult to come by, and it's
Facts.
just like, damn. I mean, these fucking games that are played left to right, to me, is the stupidest and saddest shit ever. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't understand it. I mean, I don't mind, I guess you say, playing the part, but it's just, to me, ridiculous. And for those who don't know, which I've shared, I think maybe once on the show, it's exactly the number one reason why I'm picky with my girls and why I never had one before.
For sure.
You know, I've talked to a few girls, of course, and some of them have been serious and a potential girlfriend, but I've never asked any girl, hey, I want you to be my girl, because for the most part, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's,
Oh yeah. No, I feel you.
I mean, some of them, it's just, the opportunity just hasn't presented itself, but nonetheless, I mean, you could see us however, but just know, shit, we some real ass niggas for sure.
Rare.
And if you want to sleep on that, shit, fuck
Rare
it.
breeds.
Rare breeds.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
But I appreciate you coming on though, brother.
Oh yeah.
I will say, if you made it this far, don't forget the whole episode. It's really about applying P.A.M to your life, which is
Yes.
perspective, approach, mindset / mentality, whichever one you want to throw as an M, but they're damn near equivalent. So P.A.M, make sure you guys apply it to your life.
Facts. You do that, it's gonna be life changing. And like always, kind of like what my brother said earlier, if you feel like nobody's believing in you, best believe we fucking believe in
Facts.
you. And feel free to
Facts.
reach out to us, like on some real shit.